Nutrition Programs Coordinator at the St. Louis Area Food Bank. Today I'm going to be doing a virtual cooking demonstration of sweet roasted chickpeas. This is a very healthy snack alternative full of fiber, protein, and vitamin B. It also requires very few ingredients to make this recipe as well as equipment. So the only things that you need to make this recipe are going to be a can of garbanzo beans, also known as chickpeas, ground cinnamon, honey, olive oil, some measuring spoons, a can opener, a baking pan, and some parchment paper. So it really requires very few ingredients and equipment and is very quick and easy to make. So I'm looking forward to showing you how to get this started. So the first step of this recipe is going to be to preheat your oven to 400 degrees, which we've already done, and we're going to line our baking tray with parchment paper. So with garbanzo beans, these are canned chickpeas, so they have already been pre-cooked. So all we have to do is rinse them off in the sink with cold water, and what that's going to do is that's going to remove any additional sodium or salt that is typically in canned products. So I've already done that. I've already rinsed them off ahead of time. So we're going to pour them into our bowl, and we are going to do a tablespoon and a half of olive oil. Because we're adding this olive oil, we're not going to need to put any cooking spray on our parchment paper. And olive oil is a wonderful source of healthy fat that is great for heart health. So we're going to just mix that up, and then we are going to have our chickpea mixture here, and we're going to spread them evenly onto our parchment paper on the baking tray, and just make sure that they're evenly spread out so that they're not on top of each other and that they cook thoroughly in the oven. So I'm just going to kind of spread them out with my spoon here and make sure that none are sitting on top of each other. And then we are ready to put them in the oven, because these other two items we are going to do after they cook for a little while. So let's go ahead and add them to the oven, and then we will see how they're looking in about 20 minutes. So as you can see, the oven has been preheated to 400 degrees, and we have our baking tray with our chickpeas that are evenly distributed out on our parchment paper. And we are going to put these in the oven and have them roast for about 20 minutes. And we'll kind of keep an eye on them throughout. Put them on that middle rack right there. And I will set the timer to 20 minutes. Okay, so these look delicious. As you can see, we've taken them out of the oven and they've begun to roast. We are going to add the additional ingredients now. So we need a teaspoon of honey, and might have to use a spoon to kind of get it out, and then mix it around so that it touches all of the chickpeas. So that's going to give them that extra kind of sweetness to them. That's going to really be delicious. So we're just going to mix these around, get them all stirred up and still spread out. You can use your hands as well. You know, make sure you wash them and keep them clean for food safety reasons. And then it calls for 3/4 a teaspoon of cinnamon. I personally love cinnamon, so I usually just like to sprinkle it on just kind of all around. It usually about evens out. But to be technical, it's 3/4 a teaspoon of cinnamon, and if you like cinnamon, you can do a little bit extra like me. So again, just try to kind of swish them around, get all those chickpeas covered in that mixture. If you're not a big honey or cinnamon fan, this recipe is also great with peanut butter and vanilla. That's another way to add some additional protein, fat, healthy fat, and some sweetness to it as well. So that's another option if you're not a big honey and cinnamon fan. So after that's all coated on the chickpeas, and you can see that they're kind of harder, which is what we want. We want them to come out as kind of a crunchy snack and not chewy. So that's why we want to make sure that they're evenly distributed. We're going to add them back into the oven for another 2 to 3 minutes just to give them that extra crispiness and make sure that that honey and cinnamon kind of soaks into those snacks. This is a really great snack option, especially for kids. My kids really have been shown to love this, so we make this pretty often in our house. So I'm going to add this back to the oven for about 2 to 3 minutes, and then we'll check on them after that. Oh my goodness, you guys, these look so delicious. I wish that you could smell them through the screen right now. But what we're gonna do is you can see that they are kind of crispy and they smell a delicious mixture of honey and cinnamon. So what we're gonna do is we are going to put them into our bowl. Easier way than that, but it works still. So you have your little bowl right here, mix them up together, and you're gonna let them cool for a while. You can keep them in an airtight container in the refrigerator and they get even crispier and they taste really delicious. So you can eat them warm if you want, or you can eat them as a cold crunchy snack. If you have a sweet tooth or a salt tooth like me, I personally struggle with anything potato. So potato chips, these are a great healthy alternative to something like that. So I really hope that you like them if you're making them at home, and that this is an easy recipe, and that you can take this and make it for your kids or your family or your friends. It would be a great appetizer. And if you would like to see any other recipes or any other virtual cooking demonstrations, please let me know, reach out, and you can visit our website at www.stlfoodbank.org. We have several other pantry to plate recipes up on our agency access section. So if there's anything that you would like to see us demonstrate, please let me know as well. I hope you have a great day and I hope you enjoy this recipe. Thank you.